Hello students. So today in this session we will be going to study about the jute. Jute is also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. Its leading producers are India and Bangladesh. Jute is the plant of the genus Corchorus of the Elaceae family. The principal two botanical species of the jute are white jute as well as the dark jute. The white jute botanical name is Corchorus capsularis, and the dark jute, that is also known as the Tosa, its botanical name is Corchorus oleifolius. Coming to the properties and the origin of the jute plant, which probably originated on the Indian subcontinent, is an herbaceous annual that grows to an average of 10 to 12 feet in height, that is about 3 to 3.6 meters in height, with a cylindrical stalk about thick as the finger. The two species grown for the jute fibers are similar and differ only in the shape of their seed pods, growth habit, and fiber characteristics. Most varieties grow best in well-drained sandy loam and requires warm, humid climates with an average monthly rainfall of at least 3 to 4 inches during the growing season. The plant's light green leaves are 4 to 6 inches, that is about 10 to 12 or 15 centimeters long, about 2 inches or 5 centimeters wide, and have sketched edge of the tapering points. The plant bears small yellow color leaves. So where does this fiber comes from? The jute. The jute plant's fibers lie beneath the bark of the surrounded with the woody, as you can see here. So the jute plant's fiber lie beneath the bark and surround the woody central part of the stem. The fiber strands nearest the bark generally run from the full length of the stem. A jute crop is usually harvested when the flowers have been shed but before the plant's seed pods are fully mature. If the jute is cut before then, the fiber is very weak. If left until the seed is ripe, the fiber is strong but is a coarser and lacks the characteristic lusters. Coming to the production and the cultivation, the fibers are held together by a gummy materials, thus must be softened, dissolved and washed away to allow the extraction of the fibers from the stem. A process accomplished by the steeping the stems in water or is known as the retting process. After harvesting, the bundle of the stems are placed in the water of the pools or the streams and are waved down with the stones. So they are kept submerged for the 10 to 30 days, during which the time there is a bacterial action breakdown the gummy tissues which are surrounded to the fibers. After retting is complete, the fibers are separated from the stalk by beating the root ends with the paddle to loose them. The stem are then broke off near the root and then the fiber strands are jagged off the stem. The fibers are then washed and they are dried, sorted, graded and blended in the preparation of the shipment of the jute mills. In the latter, the fibers are softened by the addition of the oil, water and emulsifiers, after which they are converted into yarn. The later process involves carding, drawing, rowing and spinning to separate the individual fiber filament, arranging them in the parallel order. Once the yarn has been spun, it can be woven, knitted, twisted, corded, swing or blended into the finished products. Coming to the uses of the jute, jute is cheap and reasonable strong and is available in large quantities, generally used in sacks and packing clothes, food storage, baking clothes for its curtains and furnishing fabrics, used in geotextiles, technical textiles and textile composites. It's also mixed with the wool and used in cheap clothing. I hope you guys understood about the jute. Thank you.